Hello everybody, my name is Bubble and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you 10 different Easter themed builds that you can add to your Minecraft world. Now all of these builds are very survival friendly, so you shouldn't struggle to get the materials for them. But anyways, let's start off with build number 1. It's kind of two builds, but we've got two different Easter egg designs. Now we've got this large one on the left, which I've designed to make it look like it's been dunked in like yellow paint, and then we've painted like light blue and pink stripes across it. And then we've got the normal egg here, which has polka dots on, and I don't really think that this one's very good. I couldn't think of another pattern to do, so I just did polka dots. But yeah, this is just meant to give you an idea for shape on how you can do like these pixel art eggs. You know, maybe you could chuck it on like a large wall and make it like almost like graffiti. But yeah, I think these two are very cool. Anyways, moving on, for number 2, we've got a flower tuk-tuk. Now, I think this thing is absolutely awesome, okay? I was stuck between doing this or a K-truck, I don't know what they're called, but those like small little trucks. And I decided to go for a tuk-tuk just because I thought it would be a bit cooler. But as you can see, it's a tuk-tuk, which is a flower cart in the back, and we're using these glowing item frames with pink stained glass panes to create almost like a sunrise or like a sunset effect behind the plants, which just helps make them stand out in this like very heavy blue colored back space shop. Yeah, whatever it's called. The item frames just help make the flowers stand out. Now, I did have a few struggles with this build. For instance, it's only a 2 wide build. I know we've got like this little overhang here, but it's only really 2 blocks wide. And obviously I've used grindstones for the wheels back here, but we couldn't just have a grindstone here. And so I had to improvise a bit, and I've used an iron trapdoor, and then I've put on an item frame, followed by a black stained glass pane, and then a dark oak button. And I think from a distance, it does really just look, it looks very similar to the grindstone, okay? I thought it was a good substitute. But yeah, that is the flower tuk-tuk. Now for build number 3, we have bunny burrows. Now not only do I think this is a perfect Easter build that you can add to your world, but I also think it should just be something which is in the normal Minecraft game. Why isn't this a thing? We need more like little aesthetic things just like this, and you know, like little bunny rabbits can be spawned around it as well. It would just be a way to spice up the Minecraft biomes that are already in the game. Now not only do we have bunny burrows that can naturally spawn, but you can even go along and turn the bunny burrow into a starter house. You know me, I love my starter houses. I had to turn this into a starter house. But look at this thing. We've got a storage system over here. We've then got this cool little table wardrobe closet thing. I got inspired by something off of Pinterest. It was like an old piece of furniture, and like all of the plates are like in here, and then you like folded out the table, so then you can just grab a plate, put it down on the table. I don't know, I thought it was cool, so I remade it in Minecraft. We've then got this cooking system over here, you know, furnaces, blast furnaces, and even smokers down along the bottom. And then finally, we have a bed at the end, and I don't really think the shelf should be there. I personally would not trust that. I mean, having a shelf right above where you sleep at night, that doesn't sound like a good idea. We can exit out through the hole and move on to build number 5, which is something that's been talked about by Mojang before, and I believe it's in the Bedrock version of the game. It's not in Java though, and that's fallen trees. Why is this not a thing? Look at these things. They're awesome. You know, we've got moss growing around the side and vines. We've got 2 different designs here, being the oak log and the birch log, but I genuinely reckon they could do it for any tree. Even doing it for like jungle trees and the old growth taiga, like those giant spruce trees. I feel like seeing those ones would be so cool, because those are massive trees. They're 2x2s. I mean, seeing one of those falling on the floor, if that was like maybe going up a mountain, you can use it as like almost like a staircase. I don't know. I think it would be cool. We've got spring flowers going around the outside, being these new pink petals and the pink tulips. And then I've got the dandelions here representing daffodils, because obviously daffodils, they are the flower of spring. And speaking about daffodils, that's build number 6. We've got giant daffodils right here, and look at these things. They're amazing. We are taking advantage of a gradient using moss, green concrete powder, and then lime terracotta. They go all the way up, and then we are using the brand new bamboo blocks, and we are also using an item frame with an orange stained glass pane to create that center piece of the flower. I don't know what it's called. I should have probably searched that up. But yeah, I think these things will look amazing with one of your builds. If you've got like a nice big house, you know, I'm talking like 12 blocks high or so, having these things sticking out like just behind the house and like the background, I think that would look awesome. But anyways, let's move on to the next build, and that is build number 7, which is a tire swing. We're using a birch fence here and an oak fence to represent a rope. And then we've got some of the polished basalt to represent a tire. And I think it's so simple, but it's so cool. Having like a tree, like obviously you'd have to pick a large tree. I think you should probably pick one larger than this one. This one's quite small. But having a tree which just has a simple tire swing hanging from it just adds a bit of life to the background. And not only that, but you can actually pair it with something like a picnic bench. And yet again, this just adds a bit of life to the background as well. Now, very few people are actually going to recognize this bench, but this is the bench design that I made with my friend Augie. And we made it for a small little podcast that we have. It's a very jokey podcast on the Pioneers SMP. And pretty much we invite people to sit with us at the bench, and then we do a 15-minute video, completely unedited, completely unscripted. And yeah, I just thought this bench, it could definitely be something for like a spring build. I think it's cool, just adds a small bit of life. And yeah, now on to build number 9, which is actually a vehicle that I have done before in a video. In fact, I did it in my last video, which was 8 Minecraft vehicles that you can add to your world. And that is not a hippie van, okay? It's a camper van. We have this camper van here. It's got a little interior inside. We've got a little cyan bed, some curtains through the use of banners. We've got a little candle as a light, and then a crafting table. On the back, we've got a surfboard, vegetables. We got some firewood on top, another surfboard, and even a little plant. And yeah, I think this thing is really cool. I think it's a perfect little starter house. If you can't really be bothered to get many materials, I think it's perfect. Maybe you would have to change out some of the blocks like the quartz, the copper, and the polished basalt, because they can be kind of difficult to get, but you can do this in whatever color combination you want. And now finally, for build number 10, we have bird nest. Now, yet again, I think this is something that should just naturally spawn in the game. I do think it should be a bit more fancier than this. We're taking advantage of the brand new bamboo trapdoors because they do look like bird nests, and we're placing them on top of a fence of the respective tree. So on this spruce tree, we are using a spruce fence and a bamboo trapdoor as well. But yeah, I just think these are, yet again, a small little detail that if you're just chucking your world, it brings a slight bit of life, some detail and atmospherics to the world. I mean, we've already got beehives, but I don't think beehives are enough. So I think there should be bird nests as well. Anyways, everybody, that is going to do me for today. I know this is quite a short little video, but it's Easter Sunday tomorrow, so I had to get this video out. If you have any other build suggestions, then make sure to leave them in the comments below. I won't be able to make a video on them, but I'm sure it will help out some of the people in the comments. Also, I would love to hear your feedback on some of these build ideas. For now, everybody, though, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.